Alright, hey everybody, this is Kisby with CardCollective.net. We are about to break 2017 gold label eBay number 7. Let's do it. I don't know why I'm throwing the boxes, not throwing the garbage, just fun, I guess. Oh, tell him to refresh. Shoot. Maybe he didn't get the... He's not seeing it. Tell him to refresh. Did it work? Everyone else can see okay? Well, I guess Peyton wouldn't. She'd say something, I guess. You want? Do you want the YouTube link? That might be, or go to the go to cardcollective.net. Yeah, it's a hybrid site where it's YouTube video and Breakers chat. Oh man, I forgot I ordered food a while ago. Where was I at? Oh, make sure I hit send. Sometimes I forget. Nope, it went. I didn't watch a lick of football today. Not 1 ounce. I actually watched some WNBA basketball finals. Oddly. I know the Lions lost, but I don't know much else about that game. I don't know who else won or lost. I don't even know how I'm doing on fantasy football today. Oh no, for real? Oh man, I'm doing good on fantasy football. Finally, my players showed up. Yeah, it's time for a new tight end now. Called a touchdown and a replay called it back by inches? Uh-oh, that don't sound good. Another loss by the Lions that the ref screwed. Or the rule book screwed. However you want to argue. Thomas, level 3. Cal Ripken, level 1 red. Level 1. Judge, level 1. Level 2 blue, Pat Ian. Out of 50, level 3 Mets, blue. Level 1 blue Yankees. It's at level 3 Braves. Level 3 Glasnow. Level 3 Mets. Tigers Class 3. A's Class 1 blue. Roberto Class 3. Dodgers Class 3. Ian Happ. That's a good question, actually. Shouldn't have already some started hitting eBay? What up, Travis? What up, Travis? I think Wednesday should already be hitting. They should have been, I hope, since Wednesday, unless you missed them. Bad girl. Oh, well. She's still a bad girl either way. See, making fun of Peyton makes me laugh. I'm just kind of in a depressed mood tonight. I don't know. Just kind of a crappy day. And good news about seeing the kids tomorrow. I'm just more apprehensive about it than I am probably excited. Everything with my wife seems to be a strategic move, so I'm sure there's something. I'm sure I'm going to walk away with divorce papers. Just nervous. Don't want that to be a reality. Tonight. Yeah, I lost everything except for where I live. We were moving from one apartment building to a house, and all of our stuff was in storage right behind the apartment building. The apartment building we lived in is gone. Dude, there was like a truck in the window, you know, and like it was a 3-story apartment building, and it was. I wish if I could find my pictures, I'd show you. It's crazy, but we lost everything. We had insurance, so it wasn't that big of a deal. Luke Weaver 3. Yeah, I was close. We lived really close. In fact, I was outside, and it was literally a quarter of a mile away. And on the same, like, where I lived on Maiden Lane, and it was a quarter mile away on Maiden Lane when I was outdoors, like, looking at the sky like a dummy. I mean, I wonder how many people that happened to when they got hit by it. And I was just pretty... I didn't know. It was so big, I didn't know I didn't know it. It was loud. The sky was green and purple and black. The black was actually the tornado. It was rain wrapped, so you couldn't see it. It was just like a big wedge. Actually, I was going around the back because we had there was an apartment on the back of the house we rented, and I was making sure, because that apartment didn't have anywhere safe, so I was going around to make sure that the guy back there had somewhere to hide. And when I went around the corner, the siren went off, and then the tornado was right there. And the umbrella I had was like straight. It was Cat 5. It was it's the deadliest tornado in America since like 1931 or something. Wow. Yeah, see, I didn't take it. Well, I put my whole... We dug the closet out. My wife and 3 kids were in the closet with the emergency supplies. I went around... I was checking the sky, and then I went around to help my neighbor. And that's when I realized, oh, crap, this is a... I didn't know it was a tornado. I didn't know it was a tornado. Even after it hit. After the radio said it was safe to get out of the... It was safe. The weather radio, the NOAA radio, we got out and everything, it was sunny again. And I mean, apart from, you know, garbage and garbage cans and shingles and crap like that, because we were north of it, so everything was blowing west or east, you know, east and south. So we didn't have all the debris, you know. In fact, where my office is right now was right on the edge of it. So, yeah, you got to imagine there was a lot of storm shelter companies that came through after that. Yeah. So I didn't know initially. We got out of the closet. I looked outside and thought, oh man, it was just like a straight line wind or something. And I had no communication. The internet was down. The phone didn't work. Electricity. Well, actually, our electricity was still working, but the internet was out. The fact we were the first block to have electricity, and so we went about, we made dinner. I remember we were making jewelry. My wife has like a bunch of jewelry stuff, and was helping her make jewelry. And it wasn't until, this was like 6 o'clock at night, it wasn't until 10 p.m. that we kept hearing sirens go by, and we seen a fire truck from Nevada, Missouri, Nevada, and we are like, hey man, if there's a fire truck, that's like an hour away. If there's a fire truck coming down from that far away, I lived on a main road. I lived on the road the hospital was on that was blown away, and so she was like, or my wife was like, man, something must be going on. I said, let me get in the car and go check it out. I got in the car and I got not even a block and a half away, and they were diverting traffic, and the traffic was non-stop. And so I rolled my window down, and I heard the guy in the truck next to me with his window down talking to someone on his cell phone. And I'm like, man, my cell phone's not working. And I heard him say, oh, I can't believe it. Walmart's gone, the hospital's gone, the school's gone. And I'm like, what? And then my phone got connection. It was like, and like all my family members in Michigan were like, are you alive? Are you dead? There's 200 people dead. I don't even know how many, I don't even know what the final death toll was, but at first it was like, there's probably thousands dead. So it was yeah. Judge, level 2. But we couldn't, you know, it's funny because we had electricity still, not funny, but bizarre. So my neighbor came home, the one I was trying to see if he was okay, and I went back to his house, and he had a television. I didn't have a TV. I just have internet. And we put on the local news, and it was, you seen the pictures were like, damn. So the next day I went to my storage unit where all my stuff was, and sure enough, it was gone. But thankfully my unit was, you know, it was like a row of units. Mine was the very last unit, and everything was just a mound of rubble. But I think, and the 2 Ladybug 1960 Volkswagen Bugs smashed into the unit to the left of mine, and dude, there was just 2 smashed Volkswagen Bugs, like, and then so this wall was gone. This wall, the back wall, fell down on top of my stuff, and then this wall caved on top. So everything was like was protected. So most of my stuff survived, apart from the rain and the shotgun shrapnel, you know. So I lost insurance, about $20,000 worth of insurance was what I got out of it. And I salvaged some of the stuff. Well, I got all my sports cars back with a lot of water damage. Dang. Yeah. I mean, that hospital is close. I only lost one person that I knew that died. There was some weird stuff. Yeah, it was like a mile wide at some points, you know. Oh yeah. I mean, dude, I've never been in a bomb region, but when you went actually down and physically walked into it, I mean, your mind thinks bomb. It doesn't think tornado. It thinks like something blew up. You know, that's what it was like. It was just, you seen buses that were like wrinkled up, you know, and I mean, Walmart, man. Oh, I mean, those big old buildings were so. You know, they were crushed. You know, Walmart. Man, I've had friends that were in Walmart. I had friends that were. I mean, I just have so many stories of where people are at, and. I remember we dug out a few people's, you know, one had a business, we helped dig out his junk, and it was just trashed. Wow. You know, and that's what, you know, I thought brought the wife and myself closer together as a family. And I thought our marriage has been strong since the tornado. We always have our weaknesses and problems, but I never dreamed that, you know, my marriage would dissolve, and I guess she thought of it differently, and that, to me, the tornado was a turning point in our marriage, a strengthening point. Level 2 out of 50. Oh yeah, and I used to work at that gas station like 12 years ago. That was right by where I lived, actually, and my storage unit was across the street from that gas station. And yeah, that video is horrific, man. And that part of the tornado was when it was one of the worst. It was actually right when it started to take a turn, and it leveled a elementary school maybe 100 feet away across the street. Oh, the screaming was horrific, yeah. Someone in that cooler broke their leg. I know, reading the story locally, there was like in a newspaper or something, I don't remember, but Tyler Austin, first autograph. Somebody broke their leg in that cooler. And then something else. I mean, that building now is brand new. It's a nice gas station. Reyes. Obviously, that whole area is brand new. They just built that elementary school, and that's where my kid goes. I think all of them. I'm not sure where the youngest one goes, but they rebuilt it again. They had to rebuild that school. I'm just like, man, that was their first. I mean, they hadn't been open a year yet. Bregman. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing with hurricanes and tornadoes. Though, we did get a 30-minute siren from this tornado ahead of time, which was quite amazing. And I think that's why there was only less than 200 deaths. Because there was warning. And a lot of the deaths happened... I think the most deaths happened inside of Lowe's. No, not Lowe's. Home Depot. I guess it wasn't built for that... And I guess the walls just in this came down and crushed people. Hey, there you are.
Sorry about the wait. I'm the only driver there tonight.
That's all right. We'll forgive you. You're on camera. Smile.
You guys doing some business back here or something?
Oh yeah, we sell sports cars, man.
Oh, that's what you do. That's cool.
Or any kind of card like Star Wars.
Yeah. Pokemon cards?
Nah, we don't do the collectible card games. Cause
Yeah.
we're not real. There's a different world for that.
Yeah, a whole different market.
Yeah, this is like, you know, opening up the cards and get the signatures and stuff out of it, you know. And, but you know, it's fun stuff. You get rich. So,
well, you guys have a great night.
Enjoy. Oh, I forgot he brought me Barry Sanders cards. Columbia's shipment of Jimmy Johns. Man. Oh. This pack of Barry Sanders fell down when I... Yeah! You're like, hey, you're on camera. You want to join in? Take your clothes off. And Ron Haley. Look at, again, that we had this similar dent right there on another card. Indentation. Like somebody bites it. Is this real gold? Peyton, you're pretty quiet tonight. What's going on? Yeah, the trout only... the trout only had one dot in the same spot. And we had another that had a whole row of them. And that one just had two, I think, so... Oh, that's not what I just read. Ozzy! Out of 75. Yes, they're very nice. The one we got last night was Clemente. It was nice because, you know, he's not alive. Not that him not being alive is nice, but the fact that you get a relic of him. See how these cards bend over? Hey, and another athletic Cotton. Excited for the A's owner. Everyone else is like, damn it, Topps! And Kershaw. Whoa! Out of 25, Bregman. That's going to go on the IG. Have you been keeping up with all the Instagram, Miss Peyton? We've had some sexy cards come out the last couple days. Oh, you got your email working? That's right. Now, you probably want to have him add admin is there as well to that if he can. And I will. I'll start sending them to your new email. And let everyone know they can email you. In fact, I'm doing that right now. Pat Sox, I hate that name, at cardcollective.net, but that's who she chooses to be. Pat Sox at cardcollective.net. That's her new work email. Do you like your new email? Are you happy to have it? I am. We'll work on the calendar later. Figuring that out. Oh, I thought it was another A. I about freaked. Lewis Brinson. Out of 75 for the Brewers. So I think the next half is going to have some sexy hits. If it doesn't, oh man, Topps, come on. All right, Lewis Brinson out of 75. Recap for number 7, half case. Bregman. Yeah, Snake wants it, that's for sure. Don't we all? Cotton. Ozzie Smith. Healy out of 75. Glass now. Bregman. Yes. Reyes. Austin. Ichiro. Actually, this Austin, I think, is in the wrong size. Yeah. Just barely not the right size. Alright, Ichiro out of 75 level, that's class 1, class 2, class 3, class 2, class 1, Abreu is class 1, Judge class 2. Yeah, sorry, man. I was kind of down, a little bit depressed when I first got on. Sorry, guys. I was a little late. A lot of moving parts before I could get on. And 50, that's class 2, class 1, class 1, class 1, class 1, class 2, class 1, class 1, class 2, class 3, class 1, and class 1. 3 is, yep, 3. Just